All signs are pointing towards a Rand Paul presidential run in 2016. The Kentucky Republican is heading to Iowa this weekend and has already made stops in New Hampshire and South Carolina this year. But the biggest roadblock to a future presidential candidate Paul could be a former presidential candidate Paul. Launching this summer, Ron Paul TV. The three-time presidential contender will be hitting the internet with a subscription-only network where the elder Paul will, quote, present news that would never be shown or discussed on more traditional news outlets. Residents of Planet Paul, it is time to turn off the TV and turn on the truth. That is their slogan.
Coming soon. Ron Paul takes the fight from Washington.
We see an opening now to really have an impact.
And brings it to you through the powerful world of digital media.
We're seeing the end of an era, the beginning of a new one.
The revolution is on. This is the Ron Paul channel.
This is exciting.
It is exciting. Is it exciting for Rand Paul, though, Josh?
It's not that exciting for Rand Paul, I don't think, who has big national ambitions. I actually interviewed him yesterday for an upcoming Business Week, not specifically about this, but in the course of the interview, I did happen to mention his dad and sort of how they compared. And he was clearly a little peeved by it. I mean, you know, very polite, fielded the question, but sort of deflected it, as I imagine he's going to have to do a lot, by saying, look, I'm my own man, I'm a senator, judge me what I do here, what my father is doing or not doing is not really important.
And yet, Megan, I mean, part of the thing that excites, I think, Republicans about Rand Paul is that he can tap into the Ron Paul constituency and base, which was fairly broad in terms of at least age. I mean, there were young people. I went to a couple of the rallies, people with dreadlocks that were, you know, sort of civil libertarians, not necessarily, you know, peaceniks. Their politics otherwise didn't necessarily dovetail with Ron Paul's agenda. But you're talking about someone who has opened the Ron Paul Institute for Peace and Prosperity, whose board members include a smattering of 9/11 truthers and Milosevic apologists. That is not something you want to have to explain when you're running for
I would like
office.
to take this moment, although my parents do not, as far as I know, cherish any conspiracy theories. I would like to take this moment to thank them for not launching anything that I have to explain on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. No, I think it's a big problem for him. Is that you know, Ron Paul. He sort of attracts that corner of the internet. I mean, during the 2008 elections and a little bit during 2012, all you really had to do to get millions of hits was just to write a headline that had the word Ron Paul in it, because everyone would turn out and type in all caps. And I'm not really sure why they all type in all caps.
The Bitcoin of the presidential.
Yeah, basically.
let me also add that Rand Paul has his own problems of his own making, including Jack Hunter, the Southern Avenger, who is basically someone who effectively supported the assassination of President Lincoln and believes that the South, there he is, the Southern Avenger.
That was there you go. That was the point that I was going to make. It's very difficult for me to parse, you know, what the impact of Ron is on Rand, because Rand and Ron are both so far out there, as far as I'm concerned, that they're at the far end of the fridge, you know, of the fringe, and you know, it may be that Rand is a serious contender, but that just says something about the GOP as far as I'm concerned.
We will see. It is a profitable business, online television. Glenn Beck made $90 million over the last 12 months, Ezra, which is more than Oprah Winfrey.
I am astonished by that.
A number that actually, you have no response to.
I have that would not fit on any graph that I can conceive of making.
We have to leave it there. Thank you to Bob, Ezra, Megan, and Josh. That's all for now. I'll see you back here tomorrow at noon Eastern, 6 a.m. Honolulu time, when I'm joined by Melissa Harris-Perry.